don't believe that once he gets back around, he's drug a bunch of downforce off the bottom of the car. We've seen these cars typically not run well after this occurs. We've seen some that do, but most often this is a bad situation. You're seeing him drag all of that underbody off the car, and all that means is just downforce going away.
Cliff Daniels, you see him right there giving instructions right away, but he knows this is absolutely not going to be ideal for the 5 team. Great job getting him out of the grass. So they pushed him to get him running. They would not have pushed him all the way around. NASCAR said they're not going to push a car all the way around. They'll hook you up and tow you in. He's going to lose another lap right here because he can't run pace car speed. I don't know what else he should do.
Hey, you talk about him losing laps. Ryan Preece gets the caution he needed. You take the wave around, get to 1 lap down, you get the free pass here, the 60 will be on the lead lap.
It's a tough situation for Larson because of how much work they've done to put themselves in a good position points-wise. They're going to give up quite a few points to the 54 Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott as well, possibly, if they can get this car going again. Let's take a look down into turn 3 and 4. Steve, you were watching it. Just pushing really, really hard. Right there, the car just kind of swings loose. It was around the bump in the tunnel. It's not quite as bad up that high on the racetrack as it is in the bottom groove, but still upsetting the car somewhat.
For me, you know, I'm not a race car driver. I'm a fan. I'm a crew chief. I hate this for Kyle Larson, but I love to see. This is how hard these are to drive. This is one of the best race car drivers in the world who is trying to end that winless streak, pushing this race car, trying to make it free, trying to make it drive really good, and he spins out basically by himself on a very difficult racetrack. Listen in here, on board.
Yeah, the bumps up in the middle of the racetrack just upset the car, and it just doesn't seem like there's much that he's able to do from behind the wheel to rescue the car out of the spin. Once it kind of starts swinging the back around, it's gone.
Denny fortunate to get by on the bottom.
See how fortunate here. Yikes.
Because he doesn't know if that thing's going to catch and come down the track.
I was right to say those cars right there go down. Yep, they did.
So we're in the club right now.
Now, the track could change tremendously, though, once the sun goes down. Trying to put a run together off the top here. Gets to the inside of 48 down the front straightaway. Well, all this happens in the great battle starting to form for third between the 17 and the 19 that continues, and also Denny Hamlin's kind of crawling into that battle as well, just ahead of these cars. This is Eric Jones.
Yeah, the Advent Health on board. I start to see that sun becoming a factor. Christopher Bell now getting by Shane Van Gisbergen, 23rd on track for CB. Marty?
Yeah, you got to go a long way back to check in on Christopher Bell. Remember that contact on pit road earlier with Todd Gilliland? They have pitted several times to fix that damage. And here's what Adam Stevens told his driver under caution a couple moments ago.
I was asking if that was damage or tires. But it's not tires. All the tires are in front of us. It's got to be the damage because your crew chiefs have done it. When it's open, we're going to have to work on it. I'm not going backwards on Dave.
Adam Stevens a little heated at himself, Steve, which as a leader you got to do once in a while. The damage was that the splitter was a little separated from the nose, but how about that veteran Adam Stevens saying, hey, that was my bad and it won't happen again.
Yeah, so what is he talking about? The crew chief's job is to clear the driver at least one lane out of the pit box. The spotter can then take over. That contact with the 34 is on the crew chief. You have to say, as much as you don't want to, it's stopped. You can't go, you can't go. Adam Stevens, a two-time champ, 41 wins.
Look at that, guys. Chase Elliott up to 6th.
Get up there and race side by side.
Telling you, gonna wear the hat. He does good. Come on.
Oil cooler, so maybe a piece of debris or something has gone through the radiator or something inside the motor has exploded, but you see the fluid all over the right side. So this 45 will be retired. They could go back, make mechanical repairs, but you question if there's damage to the engine, and this will bring the yellow out. All that fluid had to be somewhere. So now a caution.
That's a lot.
In the middle of
That's
a pit
more than a
sequence.
radiator.
But this is a big story for Tyler Reddick. Went so good, so often early in the year. Now he's been caught by Hamlin, and now behind the wall is going to take a lot of points.
Take a ride on board here.
There it is.
So what
That's
you're
like a
seeing
line.
is the
That's
smoke and
more
oil
line.
coming out the right side hood vent. Remember, the air goes in the nose, goes through the
Out of
radiator
both
and oil
of them,
cooler, and out the vent. So this tells me that isn't an engine issue, it's a leak in the oil cooler. And the air going across the oil cooler that should be cooling the air is pulling that oil up onto the race car. So this seems to be a repairable issue, but it is going to take 5, 10, 20 laps to finally dig in there. So this team will go to work. We probably will see the 45 car return if there's no damage to the engine, but that oil cooler is just not an easy change.
You know, he had that 129-point advantage. Issues after, as you said, Steve, so many things had gone their way early in the campaign.
And this caution's kind of unfortunate for some. There are some fortunate for others. There's a lot of race cars still on the racetrack, and it's got half the field trapped a lap down. They'll probably take the wave by. At some point, several of them will be able to do that, but a lot of cars didn't come to pit road.
It's messy at the
Right
moment.
in the middle of the
sure.
cycle, yeah.
It's messy because Byron is on the lead lap and he's already pitted, and Briscoe's on the lead lap. He already pitted. They're running like 9th and 10th. So if you're running in front of those cars, you're okay. But if you're behind those cars, they're not going to pit. So people are going to be trapped.
You know, the other thing is how that worked out through the green flag cycle and what that 2014 was able to do, gaining some track position.
Bad time to have a mistake. The 17
This helps
pusher
Bell.
that hung out at
This
the
helps
front
Bell.
all night. They come down. They go from the right side to the left side up, left side down. You're going to see right here, left front not done. So they do a nice job stopping and backing it up. I didn't think this was going to kill them because under a normal green flag cycle, it might have cost them 5, 6, 7 spots on the racetrack. But now that track position may eliminate his opportunity to get the wave around. So this simple mistake on the left front is going to be very costly for a car that ran inside the top 5 or 6 most of the day.
Well, he was 8th when the green flag cycle began, came down, had the miscue, and as you said, some compromised track position will impact how they manage things from here.
Yeah, so if you look at the cars actually on the racetrack, William Byron, look at that mess. Man, this is a tough job, too. You want to talk about some burnt fingers.
Yeah, officials
All
helping
right,
out
this is a
there.
good time to give you our Kalshi market odds. Kalshi traders are currently forecasting Denny Hamlin 54% chance to win the regular season title. What an exchange we've had here in stage.
For the